You know, this is something that has never made sense to me. Now, I completely understand when it comes to no snitching. You guys are partners in crime. And if one get caught, he don't snitch on the other person because you're in this together. You're partners in crime. Even if you get caught and you're innocent, but you were in with your partner, he's the one that committed the crime, whatever it may be. And there's dudes and even females that take the rap and do the bid for their partner in crime. I completely understand that end of not snitching. But this is something I've never been able to understand. Nipsey Hussle's close friend shot in New York City street refuses to help cops identify shooter before dying. Now that makes no sense to me at all. And as you see on the bottom, it says, Nipsey Hussle's close friend named Arsenio Graves Sande refused to give any information to the police regarding the shooting before passing away. That makes no sense to me. It absolutely makes no sense to me. He actually died and left a murderer in the world to roam free. And it's his enemy at that. His enemy. He allowed his enemy to continue living and roaming free, knowing that his enemy just shot him. Knowing that had he lived, his enemy still more than likely would have been on the path to take him out and even possibly hurting someone in his family. So that makes no sense to me because that's an enemy. So you should not care what happens to an enemy, especially if you're on your way out of this world. You guys weren't partners in crimes. You're enemies. So the best way to get back at your enemy, even in your death, is to give police the information they need to catch your enemy and put your enemy away so that your enemy don't have rights that he took from you. He took your rights to even exist on this planet, and maybe the dude didn't want to live. Maybe he didn't want to live. Maybe he had a death wish, because there's a lot of young people out there, a lot of black dudes that's got a death wish. A lot of them do crazy things so that police would take them out. So maybe this dude had a death wish, because it makes no sense to me why he knows who shot him. It's an enemy that took away his right to live and to exist, especially if he's got children. He took your child's father away from them, and yet you're protecting him even while you're on your way out. Listen, fools don't get cool points for dying a fool. You don't get cool points. It does not make you cool. It does not make you true to the game to be a fool. Fools get no cool points. You get no cool points for being a fool, for dying and leaving your enemy to roam free, knowing that your enemy took you out, so your enemy won. Now, there's some people that may count on karma, the law of reciprocal action. Whatever you send out, it comes back to you. Hoping and wishing that karma may kick in. And he ended up losing his life. But why not just while you're dying You're like E.T. with that finger pointing at who your enemy is. It says that he refused to give any information to the police regarding the shooter before he passed away. Before passing away, he allowed his enemy to go free. That makes no sense to me at all. Does it make sense to you? Now, I've never been a street dude. I didn't grow up in the streets. I don't live or abide by street rules. I don't. I've never. So maybe there's something about the streets that I don't know about. Maybe there's some type of code of silence, some thin red line that criminals have among themselves that, no, we don't just snitch if we're partners in crime, but we don't snitch even if I kill you or your family. Because I know of cases where somebody took somebody's child out and the dude was like, I ain't snitching. I ain't telling. Black people need to start snitching, man. You need to change. We need to drop all of that foolishness, man. And like I said, I understand the partner in crime. You guys don't want to rat on each other. I understand that. But if your enemy takes you out and you're on your way out and the police are standing over you to give your family a closing, because now your family has got to just listen to rumors. They got to listen to allegeds. Such and such allegedly shot him. I know who shot him. Who shot him? It's allegedly that Rambo shot him or Bingo shot him. You know, I heard that such and such shot him. So now you left your family to carry that burden. That burden of knowing that they can be walking past the murderer of their son or their father and they not know. So you're leaving a burden, man, on the world, man, because not just your family, because you let a murderer roam free. Now he's going to think he's got the juice and just go out and take another life, and I ain't got to worry about it because they ain't going to snitch on me, because that's the rules of the street. Black people need to start snitching. Black people need to start telling. If you know who commit a crime or murder, you better be like E.T. and point that finger and say, E.T. But it makes no sense to me. It really makes no sense to me how you're going to protect your enemy even while you're dying. Your enemy just shot you. And here it is. You got the opportunity to get back at your enemy even in your death. And you refuse to do it. That makes no sense. It makes no sense to me. And to me, personally, that right there is a fool. And a fool don't get no cool points for dying a fool. You don't get no cool points for that. So what? They're supposed to say, yo, man, he went out a G, man. He went out a soldier. He didn't even snitch on my man. That's a soldier right there. Didn't snitch even in his death. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Like that's something to really brag about. Another dead black man. And another murderer walking the streets. Feeling empowered now that he took the life of an enemy. And his enemy refused to tell. So it makes no sense to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm too old. I'm old-fashioned, but it makes no sense to me. So feedback, tell me what you think. Subscribe. Click on the Cash App button, the PayPal link. Support this channel. And I want to give a shout out to the people that donated on Cash App and for those who donated through PayPal. I really appreciate that. Until next time, I'm fearless.